Hello football lovers, this is Sports Corner and we will preview the Week 5 and pick our favorites to win their matches. Starting with Chicago Bears versus Washington Commanders, my pick will be Commanders. If we compare both teams' league rankings, Commanders are certainly a better team in offense, defense and passing departments. They are just behind in rushing department. We can see Commanders are good in fumble recoveries and sacks, which shows that their defense has clear edge over the Bears. Team Washington is also ahead in points per game. Coming to the second matchup between Houston Texans and Atlanta Falcons, my pick would be Texans. Texans are certainly better offensively and in passing, whereas Falcons are better defensively and in rushing. If we see Texans quarterback performance, it's been excellent with no interception and 6 touchdowns. Whereas Ridder has not been so much fine in his performance and he has 3 interceptions under his belt. Their rush department is good because of Bijan Robinson. In team stats, Texans are ahead in total yards, passing yards and yards per play and points per game. The only concern for Texans is rushing yards. In the next matchup between Titans and Colts, my pick will be Colts. Colts are better in offensively, in passing and in rushing. The only concern for them is defense, which you can see in yards allowed and points allowed. In Saints versus Patriots, my pick will be Patriots. Patriots are certainly ahead in all 4 departments in league ranking as shown here, and with the head coach like Belichick, they can win past the team like Saints easily. In Bengals versus Cardinals, my pick is Cardinals. Cardinals is certainly ahead from Bengals in every department. If we look at yards per game, offensively they are better in every department than Bengals. But the rush game of the Cardinals will be the real troublemaker for the Bengals. Cardinals are ahead in points per game and they haven't thrown a single interception. And their third down conversion rate is better than Bengals. Plus Josh Dobbs is throwing and rushing both effectively. On the other hand, Burrow is battling from calf injury. In Jets versus Broncos, my pick will be Broncos. Though Jets are better team on papers, but their struggles of especially Zach Wilson are too much for them offensively. Broncos are better team offensively. Their only big concern is the defense, which you can see in the type of yards allowed and points allowed. Why I believe Broncos are good is because of Russell Wilson. He and his receiving squads are performing excellent and he has 9 touchdowns. If they stop leaking points defensively, they can easily win. Now coming over to the most hyped match, Cowboys versus 49ers. My pick is 49ers. 49ers are ahead offensively in every department and their defense is at par with Cowboys, I believe, with the players like Nick Bosa. Dak has been okay in his performance, not very elite. He has controlled the interceptions this season. On the other hand, Purdy has been excellent and is underrated in his performance. And the rush performance of 49ers will be a challenge for the Cowboys, especially Christian McCaffrey. He is on the touchdown streak. The 49ers are better in total yards, passing yards, rushing yards and yards per play. The key stat to note is that Dallas have allowed more rush yards than 49ers. And the crucial stat for 49ers is that Dallas have a lot of sacks under their belt. They need to seriously protect Purdy. In the next matchup between Jaguars and Bills, my pick will be obviously Bills. Bills have improved a lot both offensively and defensively. They are ahead of Jags in all departments. They are leading Jaguars in offensively in total yards, passing yards, rushing yards and yards per play. Bills have allowed less total yards, passing yards and points allowed, which speaks volume for their defense. Bills' interceptions and sacks also show how lethal their defense is. In the matchup between Panthers and Lions, my pick is Lions. Here is why Lions. They are better team in league rankings in all 4 departments of the game. See the team stats. Lions lead in every offensive stat and their rushing squad is performing excellent under David Montgomery, having 5 touchdowns. Jared Goff has also been at par for Lions. These allowed yards show how good Lions are defensively. In New York Giants vs Miami Dolphins, it's no brainer to pick Dolphins. Dolphins are #1 team offensively. These team stats speaks of themselves how good they are. In Ravens vs Steelers, my pick will be favorites of Ravens. They are overall better in league ranking than Steelers in every department. Lamar Jackson has been good in form with 4 offensive touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns. On the other hand, Kenny Pickett has been awful with 4 interceptions. Ravens are ahead in all offensive team stats, which gives them edge over the poor offense of the Steelers. You can see the defensive performance of the Ravens, which speaks for itself in all stats of yards allowed. In the matchup between Eagles and Rams, my pick will be Eagles. Though Rams are leading in league rankings, but Eagles know how to get ugly wins with their rush system. On team stats, both teams are at par with each other. Key stat is the Rams have more rushing yards allowed, which is the point of success for the Eagles in this game. Rams also need to protect Stafford, as Eagles are better in sacks than Rams. In Chiefs vs Vikings, my pick is Chiefs. Chiefs are well balanced both offensively and defensively in the league rankings. Offensively, both teams are at par with each other. Chiefs have edge in the rushing yards. Isaiah Pacheco is the key for the Chiefs in this match for the win. Kirk Cousins has been leading in pass yards. Kirk and Jefferson connection is threat to any team. In team stats, the key stat to see in this match is the rushing yards, in which Chiefs are far better. The defense of the Viking has been terrible, which you can see in the yards allowed. In the last matchup between Packers vs Raiders, my pick is Packers. Packers are better both offensively and defensively. How good Packers are offensively can be seen by points per game, interception thrown per game, and most important, third down conversion rate. The defense of the Packers is also good with more sacks and less points allowed and less allowed third down conversion. I hope you like my analysis. Hit like and subscribe for more videos.